Yo, hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to talk about Ankora, and yeah, basically I'm gonna test stuff around, but also show you what's gonna be possible with her, where are her limits and all that, because in my opinion, she wasn't worth the hustle. That's what I'm telling you in front, because yeah, I don't think she's too good, but she can be used. She is not totally trash, but she has her limits. It's not like she's super OP, and maybe if you get the partner, the Void champion, you are maybe getting better. Maybe she is really good in arena, but today I'm not gonna talk about arena because I'm not really an arena guy. I'm more of a PvE guy who does things and try out stuff. But yeah, let's talk about her kit. We're not gonna talk about the partner thingies because they don't matter for me. I went for the 5-star because yeah, it's always cool to have them. And yeah, the A1 attacks one enemy and you have a chance to decrease the cooldown of a random ally by 2 turns. So this skill right here is screaming to me 2-man. Do 2-man stuff with Artak or something, and you do the burns over and over and the explosion. But first of all, it's just a random skill. It's one of those. It's not like aimable that both of your skills will get reset and you will fall out of order all the time. And yeah, so that skill right here is screaming to me 2-man. And don't worry, you're gonna test more. I'm gonna show you 2-man dungeons and all that. And also, if you guys have anything where she really shines, please let me know. Join the Discord, have a conversation with us, because for I want to test something for Hydra to make her passive actually work, and that came from just talking to a viewer on my Discord, and I firstly regretted. I was like, it's not gonna work, but maybe she can replace a Shamael. Because there are some things that always is like a little bit weird when you don't have a Shamael. It will be completely a different team on the end, because yeah, you gotta set it up in a different way, but maybe she can shine in Hydra, and that came just from a viewer. So if you have anything, just go ahead, come in the Discord, talk with me. If you have other teams or stuff, just go ahead and let me know. I will do videos. If you have something cool the community needs to know, I will do a video about it, because yeah, it is just cool for us. And yeah, let's talk about the A2. It's a cleanse plus a shield, 25% of her max HP. That is cool. It's on a 3 turn when you book it. Mine is not booked obviously, but it is kind of cool. And yeah, fills the turn meter of all allies by 10%. That's also a plus thing. It is a cool thing, but only you get the strength from if you have the partner champion. And it's okay, but not game changing or something. I seen that like on Mifrala already. So yeah, sorry guys, I'm still a little bit sick. Yeah, I can't get over it for some reason. But the A3 is a revive, plus you will reset the skills and you will get 50% HP and 75% turn meter. It is a cool skill, it is a nicely revive, and you also will decrease the turn meter of all enemies by 10%. It's cool, but it makes you have accuracy on her, so I don't know about that. And on the end, you kind of want to build it a little bit different. So it's a cool revive, but not the craziest thing in the world. And also that's the skill I have been booking. Like all my 3 books went in here, and every time they're trying to get a control on you, like provoke, fear, true fear, and all freezes, petrification, all that, she will just basically soak it up. And from the highest crit damage champions. That's a negative in my opinion, because yeah, it's just one champion, but it can be cool in arena. Like your damage dealer is not likely to get a stun or something, so that is cool. But I'm not an arena guy, so it's not, yeah, it doesn't matter too much for me. So, but first of all, I want to talk about that skill right here. There was one question for me. Can you resist the debuff from the other champion? Like my Herndик will get a stun. Is she able to resist, soak it up and resist the stun? And that's the first thing we're gonna test, because that is some kind of cool if you use her in arena. And yeah, that will be useful. I haven't found any bosses where it like too matters, but first of all we're gonna just show you the normal thing, what's gonna happen. And then we're gonna test about the stun in a second, so we can actually see the comparison. So we're gonna go in there, and we will do decrease turn meter. That makes our Newt have a stun. That's what his passive is about the boss. And again, we will put now Ankora in there. Let me put her in with Newt. The waves will take a little bit longer now, but that's actually how we're gonna test it. If we're gonna use more champions in here, I don't know who's the most crit damage and stuff, so I'm a little bit confused. That's why I'm gonna show you just like that, and we will be okay. It's just taking a minute more, but yeah, in my case, I don't think it was really worth to go for her. And I'm gonna show you a little bit later what we can do in dungeons and stuff. There's not too much, but there are some things possible, and like I said, if you have any recommendations about her, like hey, that's how you should use her and stuff, please let me know. I really want to, because I had a big grind for her and I want to make her used. And of course in Cintranos she will be used on stages where she can be used, because she has a 5-star and she is, I think she will be okay for Cintranos every time you can use her. Because yeah, it's just a legendary with cleanse, shield and stuff, but maybe on some stages she will be totally useless, because you don't actually need a shield, because the shield doesn't save you at all, because they're gonna just pump you over and over, and then it doesn't matter at all. For example, if we are supposed to do this one 2-man right now, she will be nice in here, because she will reset Newt's skills, so he's gonna do max HP hits even more. That's cool, but if you have a whole team, that skill will just go on a random ally and it's not aimable. So if you go 2-man, she can reset the Newt. And that's cool. And yeah, let's talk about the stun. First of all, her passive. She is in resistance right now. I haven't talked about the stats. I'm so dumb. But yeah, she is in resistance right now. And if he goes now, he will get the stun. She is supposed to soak it up. And we will see, does she have the stun, or can she just resist it? So let's check it out. And the thing is, you can resist it. That is a nice thing, so you can just soak up the stun, provoke, whatever, and she's not affected by it. It is really cool, because her passive is kind of a little bit strange. If you have to provoke and you go attack, you gain 50% more turn meter. So you're basically losing a turn, but you're coming around a little bit faster. It makes her also viable maybe in, what's it called, Clan Boss, the Demon Lord, because yeah, she can soak up the stun, but it is a little bit risky because you have the 3% and that's what we don't want. But now, let's take a look at dungeons. In Doom Tower I haven't found like many use spots where I'm like, oh, I need a two-man dungeon, a 2-man team right here, and it makes it a lot easier. I haven't found one, yeah, so I don't know about that. So she's not really useful right there. I'm not gonna lie. So let's go into dungeons. What can we actually do here? Iron Trance. I don't think she's gonna be really viable in here. Maybe you can set up a 2-man team. Maybe. But then affinity is kind of a thing again, so you can't do it all the time. So she is not really good in here. And let's talk about the other really difficult, newest dungeons. First of all, Sand Devil. You might think, let me check her kit, wait, where is she? Right there. You might think the skill right here, the revive plus reset of skills of your enemy, of your ally, that will be cool, like a knee replacement. But I thought about it and it's not looking too great, because she cannot do 25. She is weak affinity here, and she can get strong hits. She can get like the thing about it is you need to survive. I already showed you, like Yannick showed you, that you can survive on a Duchess, revive everybody, and then go in a in a good rotation for you. Everything is set up. You could just do it like it, but she cannot survive in here. If she gets a crit, on the sleeping attack, like with the biggest hit attack, she cannot survive, because she will get a crit, and that will be like over 200k or something. So the thing is, you gotta do 24. Are you supposed to do 24 these days? I really don't think so. If you go for 24, I kind of feel a little bit bad for you, because it's not the best place in the world for it. Just the reason of dust. And yeah, I really cannot recommend you to go 24. If you can somehow get 25 running, but you take 5 minutes longer, I still recommend 25, so you can get your dust, and all the hustling for those resources is worth it, because you can just reset the piece you want to just invest in, and yeah, it is just better for you to go to 25, and she cannot do it. She needs to go on 24, and that's why she immediately goes out of the window for me. She is not recommended in Sand Devil. If you want to make it work for you somehow for 24, I get it. It's your own thing. You can do whatever you want. Please don't get me wrong, but I just don't recommend it. And Phantom Shagoon. I don't see any. Okay, yes, you can use her instead. Yannick was so friendly and made a video for us using a. Why is a renegade in there? And he showed the team like that. No, okay, not like that. Wait, there was another one in there. I'm not gonna search it up right now. But he showed that a cleanse is really viable in here, and if you get a 5-star on her. Wait, where is she? And if you have the 5-star on her, she is better, to be honest. You can put a brimstone on her. You can, okay, then the accuracy check is a little bit high, but whatever. So you could cleanse the debuff, and you could make the team in here. That is cool. So yeah, she is on the affinity side. She is really nice. But it is not like Mifrala cannot do this already, and she is free. That's what what my point is. Every time I put her in here, there is also another champion that could do the thing better. Because technically, okay, wait, I just thought about it. You can't do it. You cannot use her in here, because she's gonna reset the skill of a random ally. And maybe you can kind of get it done somehow, okay, but it is really complicated to aim for a team that might get his skills reset all the time, and maybe sometimes not and stuff. So I don't recommend her on Phantom Shagoon, not at all. Maybe you can set up a team, show me, I will be impressed, no doubt, but yeah, it is not like she's super useful. So let's go on the normal dungeons. Maybe we find the use in here. Maybe she is just arena orientated and nothing else. But let's go on stage 9. We do a 2-man team right here with a champion that has crit damage high and is what's it called? Squishy. And of course we could use a Artak in here, for example, and that works. But I also can do a Artak with Seal of the Drake. I can do an attack with Mifrala, Elva, whatever you got already. And she is not a replacement for me, not at all. She basically makes it a little bit more awkward. But let's go ahead and do the rabbit version. We will jump in and just see what are they gonna do. And this could maybe work at the point when I had a little bit more resistance on my Ankora. That could be a thing. And on the end, maybe it is cool for you to bring any DPS that could do the trick. You don't need an Artak to set up in region sets and stuff. And maybe it is a little bit easier for you. But at stage 9, for example right here, it's totally awkward. Because he will hit the rabbit and he will die. Because the champions will reflect damage on him and he's just gonna die over and over. To get my reset a little bit quicker on Ankora would help, to be honest. She will revive him just sooner and he will do his thing over and over, but it is awkward right here. So at this point I don't want to use a damage dealing type of champion, and what she is really good at. When somebody has high crit damage, and maybe okay, Artak is probably the same if you put him more in crit damage, but like I said, Seal of the Drake can already do it if you put the resistance on them and stuff. So it is not really something better on the end. So can we please go ahead and bam, bam. So yeah, this team will fail. I can see it already. But I want to show you that it is possible. It is really possible. But yeah, on Ice Golem, you got the stupid situation that the boss will counterattack when you hit him hard. So you basically want to bring an attack anyway to do the job. And yeah, they just died. I can go higher stats and stuff. But a damage dealer is basically not good for you. And an attack can already be done with Seal of the Drake. And she is for free. Mifrala, she is for free. And that's what kind of my point is. She will not replace anything for me. And I really hope you guys bring me something. So we're gonna do stage 9 on Spider. And another thing is, I gave her the mastery that she will increase her speed when people are dying. You can't use it on her. You simply can't use it. Okay, you can use it if you combine it with an attack already. Like if I use it like that and put the attack in there, put 3 food in here, just say that those people are foods, and when they die, then she will be faster, but she's gonna revive all the time champions. And if you turn it off, then you just lose a skill of her kit, which makes her like unique. And that's kind of not the thing I want to aim for. I want to use the thing that makes her unique. And that's why I'm not going to do it. If you put a damage dealer like my rabbit in there. So, and 3 food. You have the same situation that she's going to revive just whoever. And maybe your damage dealer survived. And you revived Martyr. And next turn your damage dealer dies and you just need to rotate back to her revive skill because she already revived another champion. And it's not really too great, so you basically want to run her 2-man without food because it's just a little bit awkward with food, but also yeah, you can use the attack in here, turn that skill off, and you should be okay too. And this one is supposed to go well. I already did a video about Rabbit, that he can just duo it with 6-star blessing and all the damage in the world and stuff. It's maybe not reachable, my rabbit, for you guys, but yeah, I just showed it off, but it was working with Mifrala again. And Mifrala brings more to the table than she does. She is not gonna do so much in all those dungeons for us than Mifrala, another free champion, does for you. And you don't even need blessings on her to make her like viable and good. So one thing about her being good in here is if you have Smite, she's gonna do single target attacks and always focus the big spider, and the Smite will go on the spider. That's a cool thing. I'm not gonna lie about that one. It is better than Mifrala because she cannot really aim it. She does a double attack and does attack another spiderling, and the Smite can go on a spiderling. And it doesn't bring you anything, so that's a cool thing about her, but not really too great, not really too great. So yeah, my rabbit died, but she's got the revive. And it's taking a little bit longer than Mifrala too, so I don't even know. She is not a replacement in here. She will be maybe cool for some people. And my rabbit died again. We gotta rotate back to our main revive skill. And I think this one is gonna, yeah, it's gonna fail. I did it already. It was working. I made a screenshot and everything, but yeah, you see what I mean. It's not really better. It's just for comparison. Just I don't know the preset right now, but let's put Mifrala in here. She is free. I think we're gonna supposed to do it like that. I hope so. Maybe it's not gonna work because I haven't set it up the right way or something. I need food, or I don't know right now. Maybe I changed her gear or something. I don't know. But let's see just the comparison about Mifrala, a free champion, and a champion you... Oh man, you had struggled to get her because, yeah, you just saw what happened in the path of thingy, and then in the middle of a fusion, another path to get another fusion. Well, I think path of whatever, they are just fusions. You do that and that and that and that to get a soul. It's kind of basically a fusion for souls. And yeah, I think it's looking a little bit better. I think the damage is crazier. We already got it done already. And it's just another damage dealer combined with support. But she brings more to the table, and that's kind of a little bit, I don't know. For Fire Knight, I have no use case. I don't think she's gonna be... Yeah, there's nothing for her in Fire Knight. Maybe she is just an arena champion. You just saw what happened, yeah. She is just way better than Ankora, the champion you have, yeah, used all your resources and stuff, and champion you get out of Hydra. Even it takes you a little bit longer than usual. Yes. Yes. I don't even know what to say anymore. It kind of, I regretted to go for her, to be honest, because I will never get the partner champion, the Void. Maybe they are crazy good together. I'm not on the test server. So if you want to guys help me out, please subscribe to the channel. When I reach 8,000 subscribers, I can go on the test server. I can do stuff like that even before we get our hands on the champion. So you already know what's up and what we can do, and yeah, all the good things. We will do Dragon 2-man again on stage 9 because affinities are really good for my team right now. They're both blue and they are green, so they cannot critical hit us. And yeah, like that's looking really fine on Dragon right here. Like I can beat those champions down, and then but again, you need a really high damage dealer to make them, yeah, to kill him that quick. And now we are on the boss. And now we are highly depending on Ankora to land the smite debuff. And it didn't happen so far. We didn't even get the leech out right now. But one thing is, our damage dealer will not get the stun right now. So he can hit harder and harder because he's not missing one turn of his skills. And it is cool. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? I would do the same with Mithrala again, but she's not having Brimstone right now, and the Rabbit on his own cannot kill the boss. It is just not possible. They just gonna die before. We got a couple smites out. I don't know if we can do it right now. If we can do it, that's cool. But I also had runs where it didn't go well because she didn't land the smite in time, and the boss over time does more and more damage, and you will die at some point. Yeah. Got the smite again, that's kind of cool. Our damage dealer will not lose the turn, that's cool. But is it worth it? If I put her in a full team, she even has less usages. Because it's just random resetting a skill. Maybe for you guys the cleanse and the shield is a good thing. But basically she's just bringing a shield. She's bringing a random ally reset you have no control about, and it might mess up your run. And you have a revive that it's just a Aniri revive, but it is not as good because she doesn't have the revive on death mechanics and stuff. So if she gets killed, she's not gonna stand up or something. So you gotta make her, yeah, tanky and all the things. I want to show you quickly the stats I'm running at because they are important, and the 5-star blessing, it just impressed me. Guys, I was doing leftover pieces on my Ankora, and I was like, oh, okay, the stats are not that crazy and I need to get my accuracy up, and I was like, oh, I forgot to give her the blessing. I gave her Brimstone and everything was good. I didn't have the accuracy needed anymore, the resistance, okay, the resistance a little bit. So we are on 65k HP, 4500 defense, 273 speed, and 350-ish on resistance and accuracy, so we can do stuff. And yeah, she is in a really okay build. It's not like she's gonna be bad, and for some people maybe this build is like, whoa, 270 speed and still got decent HP and defense and stuff, but it's just not, her on her own is not good in PvE. I simply can't recommend it. That's what I would say if I made a video on the test server on her, because I didn't make a video at all because I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure. So if I recommend it to you guys, you will be sad. or mad at me. And if I don't recommend it, you will be like on the end, hey, that's the best champion, and I heard of your recommendation, and then you would be mad at me. So I didn't make a video because I wanted to test it. And now I'm gonna, now after I tested it, it is not as good as I thought maybe, and no recommendation for me. Like if that would be earlier, I wouldn't recommend this champion at all to you. Wait, maybe you are interested in masteries or something, because they are not full, but that will be the end of the video. I hope you got your enjoyment about this champion. Maybe you found something. I really do hope, because a new toy, everybody is gonna do something crazy about it, and that's what was my plan was, but it just didn't happen. I don't know what to do with her, and yeah, that will be the end of the video. Don't forget to press the like button, press the subscribe button if you haven't done already, and I hope I see you in the next one, and yeah. Have a nice day.